Welcome back, it's People Sports Fan. So currently we are in the thick of the NFL free agency period. And the Dallas Cowboys haven't been making a lot of moves. They've lost so many players. Well, I'm trying to turn that around. And I'm trying to spend all the Jerry Jones money. Well, in this free agency period, the Dallas Cowboys have lost Barry Church, J.J. Wilcox, Ronald Leary, Terrell McClain, Jack Crawford, and Doug Free retired. So things aren't looking that great. But they have re-signed Terrence Williams and re-signed Bryce Butler and signed Nolan Carroll, the cornerback, and Stephen Paya, the defensive tackle, and Demontre Moore, defensive end. Now, that's not a lot of blockbuster players, anything that's going to change this defense that hasn't been so great. In this free agency period, they still have the glaring holes at safety, corner, defensive line, and now offensive line thanks to Doug Free. First, what we have to do is let go of the captain, Tony Romo. We have to put him on June 1st cut, which will take the cap space from $8 million to $21 million.
I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta move.
But after that, with this now $21 million in cap space, the Dallas Cowboys should sign T.J. McDonald. He's a safety from the L.A. Rams who would fill the void that is now lost with Barry Church going to Jacksonville. You can see how T.J. McDonald is an enforcer on the defense. He is a strong tackler and had 2 interceptions last year with 64 tackles. The Dallas Cowboys lost an enforcer in J.J. Wilcox. He was the hardest hitting player on that team. And they're going to need a hard hitter like T.J. McDonald moving forward. For his contract, I copied the exact same contract from John Cyprien, who just signed with the Tennessee Titans. He would be getting $2 million in the first year, but overall will get $25 million over the next 4 years. I know that's a lot of money to cough up, but still, with only giving away $2 million in the first year, it will only count against that cap for just $2 million. Next, the Dallas Cowboys need to enforce that defensive line, add a veteran, and so I said Dwight Freeney. Dwight Freeney last year was on that Atlanta team that came up short in the Super Bowl, but he still had 3 sacks this season, and the year before that he had 8 sacks. So at age 37, he's still got something to give and something to teach for this young team. For another savvy veteran that the Cowboys need to add, Josh McCown. Josh McCown was linked early to the Dallas Cowboys in the beginning of the free agency period, but without releasing Tony Romo or trading Tony Romo, they didn't make a deal. But the next move is to re-sign Morris Claiborne. As of late, Morris Claiborne has been linked to the Baltimore Ravens. But with this new cap space, they could ink a pretty good deal. Morris Claiborne showed how he can be a stout corner in this league in this past year with 26 tackles and an interception. Now, he's been injury prone throughout his career, much as many Cowboys fans such as myself know. But if he can stay on the field, he can be a great corner. For Morris Claiborne's deal, I gave him a $5,500,000 salary for 4 years. Prince Amukamara is getting $7 million, but Prince Amukamara is able to play every week. And we don't exactly know what Morris Claiborne can put on the field, but the next move, re-sign Darren McFadden. It's been said in the past how Jerry Jones loves Darren McFadden, wants him to come back. He's even talked about trading Alfred Morris. Alfred Morris is not a bad running back. He had a great year last year, but he just got out of the rotation. But we have to go with the recent news of Doug Free retiring. This leaves a gigantic hole in the Great Wall of Dallas. Now, Chaz Green, who had a great year playing the swing tackle, will slide into Doug Free's spot, but this still leaves quite a big hole for a swing tackle. The Dallas Cowboys re-signed Jonathan Cooper, but he's a guard, looking to play the same role as a Joe Looney or a La'el Collins. They still need a tackle, and for that, I signed Ryan Clady. Ryan Clady is 30 years old and injury prone, but he still has had some great seasons here in the NFL. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler, and the latest Pro Bowl that he went to was in 2014. For his deal, I compared him to Marshall Newhouse, and he got $1,750,000 a year. Menelik Watson, he got $6,125,000 a year. And Earl Watford, and he got $3 million a year. So I signed Ryan Clady for a $3,500,000 deal. So he's going to be playing that swing tackle role just as Chaz Green did this past year. He won't be starting. In the past year, Ryan Clady played 9 games and started 8 of them. I think this leads to his injuries, and since he won't be playing as much and he'll be more of a role player than a starter, he'll be on the field more and still playing at the all-pro level. But just because the Dallas Cowboys would sign Ryan Clady doesn't mean that their offensive line woes are done. They will need to add someone in the draft in 2017. Even after all these moves I made, there's still $7,668,000 left in cap room. So you can give people more money or add even more players. So I'm looking for Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys to be making these bargains and making these moves.
I got the moves. I got the moves. I'm making moves. You gotta move. You gotta move.
Hey, but look, I'm making moves. Jerry should be making moves. Okay, this team isn't set to make another run, to make a Super Bowl run, because so many defensive players have been lost, and it's already been known to the world that Dallas doesn't have that great of a defense. So in this back half of free agency, look for Dallas to sign safety T.J. McDonald to a 4-year, $25 million deal, Dwight Freeney for a $2 million 2-year deal, Josh McCown to a 2-year, $4 million deal, re-sign Morris Claiborne to a 4-year, $25 million deal, re-sign Darren McFadden to a 2-year, $3 million deal, and sign Ryan Clady to a 3-year, $10 million deal. This has been People Sports Fam, looking out for my team, the Dallas Cowboys, and just want to give a message to Tony Romo. I loved you, man. That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. But you gone, I'm sorry. See ya. Out.